Hello and welcome everybody. It's Kogus coming at you with a tank healer game. This is gonna be called Cut Your Life into Pieces. I'm on my juggernaut. Alright. So we have a operative healer, Sork DPS, Juggernaut tank, and PT DPS on the other team. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of different core classes there. It's all of them, all four basics from the Imperial side. And on my team, we have a Merc healer, PT DPS, a Guardian DPS, Kage, and we have a Jug tank. So this video is gonna exemplify or show that why you need to have different tactical items in your inventory at all times. You never know what kind of game you're gonna get. So I go ahead, I stem up. We are discussing our plan. We're trying to figure out if we want to do kicks. We're trying to do if we want to do DR. Just trying to figure out our best moves that we can go for, because this is going to be a hard one. And on Satele Shan, we don't get many tank healer games, but the match is started. We are going to be swapping between the PT and the Sork. So I set the Sork as my focus target. Main target is the PT. And this guy, oh, Crab hurts. Crab hurts a lot. He opens up, he leaps in, he does a carb, gets one of our teammates, and we're going. Switching over to the Sork. Going to go ahead and get a stun so that I don't, and I'm also walking in so I don't get hit with his bubble stun. Ooh, bubble stun's going to be really annoying from the Sork. So I get in there, we do a leap, and we are fighting. Get a mad dash out. So I'm noticing that they're really not going me. They are going hard for our tank right now, but they're also going to be swapping between our PT and our Merc healer. So we are doing our best, doing some work to kind of control the Sork, get in there. As soon as we get a leap, though, they get a guard. We got to leap back to the other target and keep swapping. That is the name of the game in tank healer games, is going to be how fast can you swap between your targets. That's going to be really the big thing, because you have, as a DPS, you have to notice when that target gets that buff of guard, or that you can see them getting the shield animation from the tank, and then you just need to swap right away, because the damage that you're doing to that person is reduced by 50% and going to the tank. And on top of that, there's a healer to keep them alive. So they're going to be able to swap or keep that person alive pretty well if you tunnel through that guard. So you got to just keep on swapping. So here you're going to be seeing, we're on the Sork. Sork uses his bubble. I immediately hit my Alt F, which is my focus target swap. And this is a really good example of using focus target and swapping between your targets with that ability, so that you can just go ahead and hit that Alt F and then swap to a different target, hit that Alt F and swap to a different target. So see that Sork there gets at 30%, still has guard. I'm hoping that I get him down. He's outside of guard range, which is about the only reason why I stayed on him. He's back in guard range, so I should be swapping soon. There it is. There's the swap, as I'm trying to say it. But our PT is looking kind of weak. He's looking kind of low on health. Oh no, he's at sub 10%. I give him an inner seed. If you see that, I click on his name. Trying to help out our team. And it helps. It helps. He goes from that 6% to 20. Still not the best. My awe is on cooldown. My grenade's on cooldown. I'm doing my best to kind of taunt on cooldown as well, if you can look at those quick bars. So it is a hard match, but unfortunately, we are not able to get the win here. And at about the two minute mark, the team goes down, and I'm no longer being targeted, or I'm finally being targeted. And so we got to change up our strats. Look at the DPS difference here. 500k from their top DPS, 400k from their other DPS. Team talks, and it's like, hey, Kogus, think we need you to go to cut to pieces. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. So it's like, yeah, I'm not the target. I'm not the secondary target. So this is going to be a cut to pieces match. So usually that doesn't happen, but it's always good to have this tactical in your inventory. I do go over that in my video where I discuss the tactical items that you should have. So I'm going to open up. I'm going to get my all on the healer. I'm not going to be really super worried. If I really needed to go full on DPS, I should have gone with Descent of the Fearless set piece bonus. But I still went with the all. I probably stood forward with the Force Bound. I probably would still go with Force Bound in this match because they do have a PT. So now I'm not really focused on getting my main target. My main focus is going to be hitting my slams, because slams get off a cooldown. Bam, there's a slam. And the more they stack, the better it is. It's 1 or 2 GCDs, and then it's a slam. So the thing is that I got to position myself in order for me to get slams off of multiple targets. It's not something I'm very used to, but it is something I need to adapt quickly to help out my team. If I miss a person on a slam, it's very detrimental for my DPS, and I'm sacrificing a lot, and I need to be the top DPS for my team. So you can see here, the more they stack, the better it is. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to push this guy out. Oh, okay, well, we leapt to him, so we're swapping to him. All right, he's back in the match. I have Mad Dash back in. Oh, how I love the Mad Dash to re-engage. Bioware, please don't take away my Mad Dash. And we are going, that is a beautiful carb. I'm going to be swapping back to the Sork. Going to be dotting him up. And it's going to be a smash here, right? Oh, no, I got roared. But right there's the smash. And you can see here just the difference between a cut to pieces tactical item and not. I am definitely putting out some decent numbers here. My smash, as soon as it comes off a cooldown, when they are stacked like this, I should have no reservation on using that slam. Boom, slam, boom, slam. Grenade, oh, and we are going. I'm still trying my best to swap my targets. I am seeing here that the tank is a little bit low, so I'm going to try to go to the tank as my main target and then spread from my dots from them. Doesn't really work out though, so we got to go back to our other targets. I'm still using my taunts on cooldown. I decided, you know what? Let's get this guy a good old force push. Trying to control the other team is probably, or a teammate is probably the best thing. The healer is obviously a good person to control if you can. The tank is always a good person to control if you can. And here we are back in the fray of it, getting my dots as much as I can. All that spread. It is best to spread the dot from the longest dot that we have, which is my number 7. Forget the name of it. Forgive me. So we are doing that, and this is tiresome. This is really tiresome. There's a lot going on, and there's a lot to focus on. It's a lot of focusing and making sure you're using everything to the maximum. You want to get a slam in, but at the same time, you want to make sure you hit as many people as you can with that slam. So I got one with the slam, and it doesn't even look like it hit the other one. So it's time to do that. There's a force pull from the Sork in order to help out a teammate. The Sork's like, all right, I'm out of here. Pull from the PT, help him out, or help my team out. And then they swap to me. I pop some of my defensive cooldowns. I do have to use quite a few of my defensive cooldowns, but we are getting close to the end of this round. 1 minute left. No real end in sight. They're looking a little bit weak, but, you know, with all my defensive cooldowns used, it could switch out pretty quickly on us. Trying to get this healer so close. Or the Sork DPS, sorry. He was doing self-heals, so I thought he was healing. And he's at 10%, 9%. Oh my God, where'd he go? Power Tech ends up going down. And so there we go. Second round goes to us with that cut to pieces utility. being a big difference for us. I'm able to get some big improvement. And there we go. The numbers, 10k DPS with minimal damage taken compared to other people. But alas, we need to do one more round. And believe me, the other team is not going to make this easy. So they might try to go. I think they might try to go me this time around. I personally would be like, hey, the Jug's got to run cut to pieces. Let's go for him. He's missing his best cooldown on the short cooldown. Yeah, let's do that. No heal to full anytime soon. So I'm still gonna be back. I'm going to leap on in on this Sork. All right, their tank comes in. Gonna try to root the tank. The tank goes ahead and mad dashes out. I force pushed the PT out. PT might try to get his carb out soon. We got an awe in there, followed up by my awe, and now we are going to town on this Sork DPS. Unfortunately, he's guarded, so we swap. And it's back to the grind. Believe me, this is already a 5-minute task of going for cut to pieces on cooldown. I leap to somebody who slept well. That's just stinks because it's hard when they all stand together. We get an early bubble out of the Sork on the round 3. Hopefully we can capitalize on it. Unfortunately, those Sorks are just really slippery, so I don't think we actually get to capitalize on it. And so we are back on this so much, and we are doing our best to get this guy. All right, we're back on the PT. Wow, he's guarded. Got to switch back to the Sork. There's the swap. There's the AoE taunt. I'm trying to get a leap in. Gonna push the Sork out of range. Grenade. Hey, hopefully we can capitalize on this right here. He's already used a God Bubble. Oh, no dice though. All right, well, it's time to swap back to the tank or to the Vanguard. Power Tech. You know what? Our other target, like I said, it is daunting to be in this fight and to be focusing on so many different things for well over, 12 minutes at this point. This is a nightmare level fight. This is a pretty thought intensive fight. This is probably one of the reasons that I am not the biggest fan of tank healer games, is that they just seem to go on for a long time. And, it's an endurance race at this point. Who's going to give out on what they need to do the most sooner? Who's going to tire out? Who is going to fatigue? I got some big old dots here, which is why I stay on them. I'm able to dot spread on 3 people, so I don't actually swap to the Sork when we hit that carb. So, the Sork was out of range, but I wanted to stay and get more DPS on the other people. Kind of stress out the healer. Because healers, everybody is stressed in this game. Healers, tanks, tank swaps are happening left, right, and center. Heals, I got to keep everybody alive. And so it is not an easy matchup to do. DPS are swapping all the time. Sork is LOSing, trying to get there behind. Oh, look at that. I got a mad dash. Really hope they don't take that ability away from me. Looking at you, BioWare, again. All right. And so we are going in here. We have a minute and a half left of this match. Let's see what else is going to be going on. Going to try to take care of this other team. Getting the operative pushed out of the way, and we are swapping to our target. Unfortunately, by now, the Sork bubble has come off of cooldown. I'm trying to get something going off. I thought maybe I had it on for that healer. I did not. All right, I think out of everybody, I'm probably the one that's not holding up my end anymore. I'm not able to get my cut to pieces tactical maximized. I'm missing a lot of slams and getting everything going off of cooldown. We are down to a minute left, and there is a lot happening right here. Oh, there's the bubble right before the acid's about to come in. Trying to find that PT. PT is looking pretty healthy going into acid. Oh, and the acid here. We're going to discuss acid as it happens here. But preface, you never want to use endure pain in acid. And you'll see here in a second. My tank makes that mistake. Fortunately, I've had this happen to me plenty of times, so I know not to pop it during this match, so it's a perfect example. But here we go. 11 seconds. There is grenades. Another grenade. There are grenades. Here we go. And here comes the acid. All right, and so we're all going. They get one of our guys out into the acid. Ticks early. We're not. I try to kind of kite towards the middle, so we don't get hit with acid ticks early. It looks like nobody else is worried about it. We got to do this. All right, so I'm gonna intercede to my PT. Try to help keep him alive. We got to keep everybody alive. We got to push some DPS. We got to do some real DPS numbers here. They got to push some real heal numbers. We are going to work on this. Power Tech, Sork goes down, Power Tech goes down. We are looking okay. Their healer says, nope, I'm out of there. I'm going to heal myself and get myself out of here. So now we have 3 alive to their 2. Kogus and the tank is still alive, but look at the tank. He's at 27 health. He has already popped Endure Pain, and his Endure Pain runs out. When Endure Pain runs out, it takes out all that health, so that does not help him out. I don't have much, so it is between me and the healer. And because I did not pop Endure Pain, I am able to easily handle the healer with 40 plus stacks of acid. All right, guys, that was an intense game. Lots of DPS. GG's, well played by my fellow players in this game. Hope you all enjoyed this cut to pieces video. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.